the Australian thoroughbred breeding industry is made up of many outstanding long-term contributors, there are some incredible farms that have youth, passion and enthusiasm to grow their brand and improve the breed. One such farm is Ridgmont, and it's great to preview some of their select yearlings for Magic's 25. Mitch, wonderful seeing Ridgmont here. The way that you've put so much work and time and so much into this property to continue to grow what's already been a wonderful, wonderful farm.
Yeah, look, it's something we're all really proud of. As I'm sure you can appreciate, it hasn't been an easy undertaking, but we're up for the challenge, and we've made I feel the right steps forward over the last few years to take this farm to where we want to take it to, and that is a pretty ambitious plan to be one of the best farms in the country.
So tell me, how do you go from being a Cathay Pacific pilot to running or owning an operation such as Ridgmont? Where did your real passion for this industry come from?
Look, the passion was initially on the racing side of things, and we've been lifelong racing fans, and our family collectively have, been passionate about the enjoyment we get collectively about, around going to the races or watching the races together on a Saturday, or in ownership of racehorses. And that was something we did a fair bit together. There was a conversation I had with my father in 2017 about us doing something in more earnest together. We spent a little bit of time figuring out what that would look like, and very quickly the idea of Ridgmont became, something more tangible. The momentum behind the conversation built, and I decided to resign from Cathay and come back and try to figure out how we could set this place up.
And it's obviously a family affair now with Steph, your wife, and Xavier, your brother. He was leading up one of these yearlings, and also, of course, we saw him with the horse Xavier Boy, named after him, with the beautiful Steffi Magnetica. And talking about the racehorses, Steffi Magnetica, Storm Boy, what a year you've had for your colours.
No, it's been extraordinary. To see Ridgmont colours up in lights like we have this year has been so enjoyable for not only my family but everyone on the farm. The staff here have a real ownership of all our racehorses, and they feel really involved in that aspect of the business. So it's been a great joy, and it's hard to win these races, and so when you're having a season like we've had, you just have to enjoy it, and we certainly have done that.
Well, looking at these yearlings for Magic Millions 2025, we start with lot 444 by the Golden Slipper winner Capitalist out of Golden Hooves. So the dam of this colt's by Frankel. So it's a fascinating cross. What's the story behind this horse?
Golden Hooves is a Frankel mare. She's an import. She's a very well-related Frankel mare, and she's a winner herself in France over a mile. We've had her for 4 years, and she's probably the only Frankel mare that's visited Capitalist, according to our research, I'd say. So that's an exciting mating for us, and you can see by the physicality of this colt that he certainly looks like he could go early, and he's got that precocity there, but he has the blood through Frankel to go on with it as a 3-year-old, and that's a really interesting mating, and one that we're excited to watch, and whoever's lucky enough to buy him, I'm sure will bear the fruit of those few years of racing.
He's a really sensible sort of horse, isn't he? But he's really forward, isn't he? He's a real 2-year-old.
Yeah, look, he looks like you could put a saddle on him now. He's so tough. He's got a great brain, and he's ready to take on the work that's required for these early 2-year-olds, to my eye at least. And I think he's certainly that typical 2-year-old Australian type.
Next is lot 48 by Too Darn Hot from Trapani. This filly, of course, by a wonderful son of Debarwa, who's side broadsiding, Too Darn Discreet, Too Darn Lizzie, etc. And the dam was English bred, was a winner over 2,400 metres in France, and a full sister to a star in Italy in Crackerjack King, who was third in an Underwood in Australia, and a half sister to Jackalbury. So a fantastic pedigree here, and a lovely swinging sort of action, but again, a very forward sort of filly.
Yeah, look, this mare is so well related, this Chamadol mare, and she's out of one of the world's best known blue hen mares in Club de Saint Jorge. So that makes her a half to 3 Group 1 winners, a full to a whole series of stakes winners, performers, producers. The blood's extraordinary in this filly. The 2 Darn Hot cross with Shamadale is, the most potent cross there is, with 23% stakes winners to runners. So we're really excited about that. And you couple that with the physicality of this filly, and who knows what she'll go on to do. As you say, she's got that sort of 2-year-old physique, but that stride of a horse that can go on with it and, potentially get over a trip. She certainly has the blood to do it. So an exciting one for us to have in our draft, and a suitable flag bearer for Ridgmont this year.
Next was lot 323 by I Am Invincible, the 3-time champion Australian sire from Dirty Thoughts. Dam, of course, of this filly is by the already proven broodmare sire in So You Think. He's been the broodmare sire of a Golden Slipper winner. The Dam's a 5-time winner, won the Group 3 Northwood Plume Stakes. Just such a quality Vinny, good action, and just the first foal.
Yeah, no, we're delighted with what we've got on the ground in this filly, Caroline. We bought Dirty Thoughts off the track, and we raced her for a season, which was enjoyable. But she was always destined for our broodmare band, and more specifically with a date with I Am Invincible. So we were so delighted with the product we've got. We went back to Vinny again, and we've now got a Wootton Bassett pregnancy with Dirty Thoughts. So we certainly believe in the mare. We've been mating her accordingly, and I think that it would make a lot of sense if this filly put her hand up and proved or vindicated those decisions.
Lot 238 by first season sire Jonker from Cafe Rizou. This filly, just a beautiful type, isn't she? Just a gorgeous action, and obviously one of the favourites of your yearling parades you've had here at the farm. Of course, Jonker is a son of Spirit of Boom, won the Manikato Stakes, and it's the first foal of a Rubik mare, so has the Beal and also some of that Reduced Choice family blood in there too.
Yeah, she's been a farm favourite since she was born here, and Tyson Madden, a good client of the farm who bred her, raced Jonker. I've seen a few of these Jonkers around the valley on my inspections, and they're all quite nice. I must admit, none as nice as this filly. She's been a standout in our draft. There's whispers around town about this filly, so really excited to see who buys her, because she's a quality filly. Jonker is an unknown commodity, but from what he's leaving, I think he's a real chance to make us a stallion, and she's such a good model, so really exciting.
Lot 598 by Zoostar from Light Up the Room. Xavier, your brother, led this yearling up. Of course, Zoostar, we know what a super stallion he's been. And the Dam again by So You Think was a 3-time winner, group place, the old Savannah City family. And you actually raced the mother. So you have a lot of interest in this particular yearling.
Yeah, we did. She's a So You Think mare called Light Up the Room. She's my mother's favourite horse, and so she's a family favourite. This Zoostar is hard to mistake being a son of Zoostar. He's really stamped him. He's a beautiful big horse. What I like the most about him is his huge action. He covers an enormous amount of ground when he walks, and he's not your typical 2-year-old type, but I think he's going to be a horse hitting his straps in his 3-year-old year, and as with most of the really good Zoostars.
And finally, lot 51 by Wootton Bassett from Tuscan Heat. We know the deeds of Wootton Bassett, of course, now standing in the Hunter Valley. The Dam is an Oasis Dream 3/4 sister to the incredible Midday. She won the Prix Vermeil and the Nassau Stakes 3 times. And it was a Yulong pinhook this yearling, a $210,000 weanling. What were you taken with as a weanling, and how happy are you now with this beautiful yearling?
Well, we've supported Wootton Bassett heavily over the years, and we've bred to him heavily. I think we've got 5 pregnancies to him this year, and we can't have enough of him really. We've got our own on the ground, but we're at the weanling sales, and we saw that this colt was in the Yulong draft, and we all fell in love with him collectively. We had to have him. He's just got that quality that the good Wootton Bassets do, and the nick is working in the Northern Hemisphere, the Oasis Dream nick with Wootton Bassett. So we're really encouraged by how the stallion's going, how the cross is going, and he's really progressed. He'll furnish into a lovely 2-year-old, and probably be an even better 3-year-old. A stunning individual, and one we're really excited to have in our draft.
It's an exciting time, isn't it, heading into the very first of the yearling sale series at Magic Millions. How do you see the sale going overall? Obviously the top end we expect to absolutely fly, which is where you're playing. How do you see it overall as we go into a new sale series?
I think if the international markets are a gauge, we shouldn't be too worried. I know we're a different market to the Northern Hemisphere, but it's been really strong there, and the sales were, albeit a touch softer last year than the years prior, were still strong. And if you're breeding an athlete to the right stallions, it's hard to go wrong. I can go to these sales, I think, this year with confidence that we've got a lovely draft of horses that will sell accordingly.